Welcome to another video. I'm BasedBellagio. Today, we are going to discuss performance issues and how to fix them in Age of Wonders 4. To be honest, this game at the moment is highly unoptimized, and a lot of people are getting crashes, stutters, and a whole bunch of issues, but I do have a couple fixes for you. First things first, make sure you have an updated GPU driver. If your graphics card is out of date with its drivers, that is a big issue for this game. So you update your driver first and foremost. Second, we will look into some NVIDIA control panel fixes. For people on laptops, you really want to make sure you are plugged in to power, don't be running off battery, and you want your graphics card at prefer maximum performance. Absolutely 100%. The next thing is you want to go to your Manage 3D settings, you want to go to Program Settings, and you want to add Age of Wonders 4 EXE. Once you add that, there's a couple settings in here that you want to do. One of them is max frame rate at 60 frames per second. I know a lot of you FPS players are going to freak out at this, but Bellagio, I want to play this game at 155 frames per second. Not necessary. This is not a game that you even need that. You could play this game at 30 frames per second and be perfectly fine. But max frame rate 60 and then turn off VSync. Make it where your graphics card will just cap this out. And then again, you want the performance at maximum. Another tip is you want to enable any type of beta hotfixes. Currently there's not one because as of the date today of May 12th, yesterday was a big hotfix patch that they released it. But in the future, any future hotfixes and betas are going to be in here under the game in Steam. Right click, go to properties and go to betas. In here you can opt in the future hotfixes. That is another possibility if you're getting stutters. Now some in-game stuff we're going to look at in the settings in the game. And right now the game, like I said, is unoptimized. There's not a lot of settings you could tweak, but there are a couple really odd settings that could fix your issues. I was getting a weird issue where it was making my second monitor stutter a little bit. YouTube videos, things like that while I'm watching and playing. That might have been fixed, but if you are getting this odd issue, you want to go to Settings, go to Graphics, and you switch between borderless and window. Apply, and then you can go back to borderless. For some reason, this was a major fix for a lot of people to get their game working accordingly. Another major fix is already built in with this driver workaround. Again, you want to play around with this. If you have it enabled, your game's working, leave it. If you're experiencing some issues, disable this. The biggest things you could fix with the settings here to get better performance would be to turn off reflections, lower your shadow quality, and then lower your texture quality. Those are your main ones that you'll adjust to fix your quality mode. Again, you can always restore default, and that'll put it back on automatic, whatever the game detects your graphics card. Some people say that fixes it automatically, just by pressing restore default. Even if it doesn't change any settings for some reason, it fixes it. If you used the NVIDIA control panel to set a max frame rate, you don't need VSync, and also if you disable VSync like we did early on, this option doesn't even matter. Your NVIDIA graphics card will ultimately override this setting. Now with all these fixes, your game should be running a lot smoother, but I have a few more fixes for you in the event that these don't work. Right now it's running very crispy, very nice. You want to exit your game, you want to go to Age of Wonders, Manage, Browse Local Files. This will open up a folder on where your game is. Usually it's in your Steam app, Steam library, Common, and wherever hard drive you put it in. you want to go to the Age of Wonders 4 exe, go to Properties, go to Compatibility, and you want to run this program as an administrator, and then apply that. And again, with a game this unoptimized, if it does hurt, disable it. This is one of these things where everyone's system is a little different. But we just enabled it now. So now when you play the game, it'll ask you if you want to run it as an administrator. Now again, for me, this won't even let me launch the game. So this is definitely a very selective fix. You would use this as your Hail Mary play if nothing else is working. For me, I can't run the game as an administrator. It won't even let me start it. But for you, it might be different. Obviously, another final fix would be to make sure you have no background programs running. Make sure you're not rendering something or doing any heavily extensive things in the background. That'll definitely mess up some stuff with this game. Make sure you have no background downloads going. All of those things. Another option that people are saying help them out is to verify your game's files. Through Steam, the way you do that is you right-click on Age of Wonders, go to Properties, go to Local Files, and then verify integrity of game files. This might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on your computer, maybe even less. Some people have noticed that that fixes their game from working better. I can tell you right now, since this hotfix that was in beta, now the game is running better for me personally. And in my opinion, as they come out with more and more patches, this game will definitely be optimized more and more. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you have any secrets on how to get this game working better, working worse? Maybe some of you want the game working worse, I don't know. You never know these days, it's 2023, we're in wacky world. But if you want your game to run better, follow these steps that I laid forth and it should run better for you. Thank you all for watching, I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button, comment down below. If you have nothing to say, just put a number 1 in the comments and that'll help boost this video up the algorithm. You can help out tremendously for free by doing that, and I will appreciate you a lot. Hit that subscribe button for more awesome content, game reviews, game lore, game guides and tutorials, and awesome, great content. Thank you for watching.